I accidentally swallowed a pink mushroom. It's not just the body that's grown by tens of meters. It can also be transformed into human form. I can't believe there's a strong magic on you. In the blink of an eye was attracted from countless distances. Hold me tight. Every one of you has been so close. I can't stop scratching my heart. I really don't want to do that with snakes. While these snakes are fighting jealousy, we seize the opportunity to escape quickly. But I thought it was too simple. In this blooming season of all things, even the grass wants to wrap tangerines without leaving. Thus the fact that we've just swallowed mushroom ash. The air is too strong. It's within a few miles. I can smell the smell on people. You're drawn to this situation. The truth is that wings are hard to fly. Right at the moment, we're squeezing our brains out of our escape plan. Suddenly a cold voice spoke. The Emperor is recruiting Africa. You quickly transform into human form. Let's see if it fits. We follow the voice. I looked over and saw two handsome men. They're riding on the backs of two giant pythons, though in human form, but at the top of the head grows far away from the snake, still make people realize that snakes. I hear this commanding voice. Immediately rise up in dissatisfaction. I straightened up my body. Body tens of meters long, exuding a fierce air. It looks very threatening. I guess these two are about to be threatened. It's horrible. Only you want to confront me. I was cold for 2 hours. This big body of mine. You're in the world of serpents. It's also rare. The snakes are bigger than us. After we eat pink, the mushroom canopy turns into a whole shrimp. It doesn't pose any threat. If you do not obey me, follow me. But any snake within a few miles will come here. That's it. Let's see if your power is enough. The words Safai just said scared me so much that I sniffed my neck. I dare not delay a moment. I immediately took on human form. Turn into a human. And then we go back to the small, beautiful. There was a smile on her face that was easy to say and led the way. I will follow you. They looked at each other and laughed coldly for an hour. Suddenly, a man claps his hand on the head of a riding animal. The giant python immediately reacted. The big tail caught people. Quickly put me on his back. So, we follow them to the palace. Tsar Palace. It's much bigger and more extravagant than we imagined. I'm like a curious child looking east and west. Suddenly, at the top of his head came a majestic voice. Or the tall, muscular man next to me immediately kneeled down. In the middle of the large palace, on the wall is a black man. Look at the appearance. The basic appearance is no different from ordinary people. Even the bar, the symbol of the serpent, also disappeared. And visualize the human form to this point. It shows the power of the king in front of you. It's not trivial. The man who knelt on the ground reminded me. Why don't you get down on your knees when you see the serpent? Where do you make me kneel? I am a human who has nothing to do with kneeling down. This idea just popped up in my head. Suddenly a powerful force came. The king is sitting on the throne. In the blink of an eye he came towards me. His face escaped from the transformation. Sometimes it's a human face, turned into a serpent's head, and looked terrible. But we quickly become aware of a point. I also seem to be a cobra now. And I've just swallowed pink mushroom canopy. We're not ordinary pythons either. We also quickly turn into snake heads. This giant head. The Emperor is no different. A voice here solemnly echoed. Why not kneel? The old lady just swallowed the pink mushroom canopy. I'm not sure it's worse than you. This word of mine just came out. The surrounding families all looked at each other. Someone close to me is shaking. 2 men are kneeling on the ground. Try to blink for me. We pretend we don't see the Emperor in front of us. The face of the nose is immature. Let the Lord try to see how it is. The next second, the Emperor shows himself right in front of me. I look at people right away. I thought my body was a few feet tall. It's powerful enough. But the distance in front of you is more than 100 meters. It's clear that there are signs of dragons. Of course, in this situation we can't be that loving. It also quickly shows the picture. But after showing the picture, we've discovered a problem in front of his giant body. I'm no different than an antworm. I immediately felt an unwholesome feeling in my heart. Wrong in this situation. In his territory, we have no chance of winning. It's related to being far away. If he's targeted, won't we have a disaster? The proverb is very good. 36 is the book. I deliberately stick out the snake's tongue as a threat. You thought you were a few feet longer than me. You can threaten me. We are so 2v, not the length of your body. We pretend we're about to launch an attack. For the next second, I didn't say 2 words, but oil on my feet, straight out of the palace. Stupid snakes. Compared to our humanity, your intelligence is far behind. In the blink of an eye, I rushed out of the palace. We quickly become human. Turn your head and look at one. The hordes behind me are not chasing. Just as we are rejoicing in our quick-mindedness to wait, I turn my head, crashed into a solid chest. I am afraid to use myself. The human body quickly becomes a serpent. But what we didn't expect was, the emperor in front of him immediately became a serpent. Very quickly fell on people. There's almost no press. He's going to mate with me right here. Oh, my God, I was agitated, and I bit him hard with my mouth open. Deep inside, there's a great shame. He was in pain, so he quickly backed away from me. We rush back to being human. You are shameless. On my cheeks a red hue. He also turned into a human. On the face is the meaning of the words themselves. The Lord has caught you. I want you to give birth to a prince. I immediately flew for an hour, and the old lady was not a birth machine. It's not about giving you a prince. He probably doesn't understand what birth control means. I told him to talk to the snake. He doesn't understand anything this old thought says, even when he is confused. I lift my feet and try to run away, but he quickly blocked the way. He gripped my wrist. The king has no more time. The Lord's day is coming. If you don't leave a prince to the clan, the king cannot be assured of life. The current king commands you to ask him, follow me. I looked at him with a dark expression. You can give birth to a king. It is also the honor of your nation. I immediately felt my stomach roll. I can't stand you, let me go. He hurt me and I threw out his hand. I do not accept your orders. I quickly closed the distance with him. This time he did not immediately chase. If the king's life fails, the unfortunate death in life. If there is no prince, at that time, the tribe will face disaster. I immediately responded, what does that have to do with me? My word has just ended. His face turned a few parts blue. I didn't wait for him to open his mouth this time. Then, another voice suddenly spoke. Brother, if people didn't want to, you must be reluctant to be a girl. Even if the clan had no hereditary prince, I, too, can inherit the throne. Protect away from the tribe. I intend to look back. I just saw a gorgeous trailer. Over 11 men dressed extremely noble. In front of you are 9 giant horses, pulling a cart. I know that this person's identity is not simple. Lord, when is your turn to intervene? The emperor said coldly, brother works naturally. It is not your turn to intervene. But don't forget the training. Don't force the serpents, born with me, unless they volunteer. God-born Sira. The emperor's face was suspicious. Brother, your life is coming. So your mind is confused. Maybe you didn't find out. She's got a star sign on her forehead. The other just finished. The emperor stared at me. Maybe we found a real signature on our forehead. The spirit is constantly changing. I saw him show that expression. I thought he believed it. I'm not going to force me to have another baby. I am glad to see the new arrival. It also looks like there's some kind of magnetic field. Look out for the rose. Of course, the mushrooms we eat are not ordinary. Otherwise, there will be no sign of this spirit. Would you like to leave with me? People's eyes fall on people. A furry stone with me. This look seems to indicate something. I naturally wouldn't follow him. He is also a monster, so I follow him. What does he have in mind for me? I didn't just come out of the cave, back into the wolf's mouth. You don't seem to want to follow the king. The king is so disappointed, but she's a serpent. Her brother could not interfere with her. She can completely leave on her own. The emperor has not always been silent. The emperor suddenly spoke. You don't keep the serpent. Perfect tree. Very fast. We were surrounded by the serpents behind us. Someone saw this scene. The face turned slightly. Brother, do you want to be a traitor? The emperor is just entertaining guests. It's called training. Are you willing to stay here? If you don't want, the Lord can take her away at any time. Just try it. The emperor has finished. A giant black serpent 100 meters long appeared. That the other person quickly becomes self-sufficient. It's a long silver serpent, 200 meters on both sides ready for war. They are now like the snakes outside, before. Because they chase me and start fighting jealousy. A serpent is noble. But the old man is a man. It's not a serpent. I don't want to have children with the serpents. The two sides are about to break out. In my heart, I always remember. Let's fight. As long as they fight. We can run away with excess. The two sides are also quick to confront. The shape of the sword through the shell of the bow and string star has not hit. I muttered impatiently. Maybe it's an exaggeration. A voice quickly echoed. People want us to fight like that. The voice of the emperor. She definitely wants to run away. Is it true that little Lin Sa? The king also spoke. My mind is exposed on the face, immediately showing shame. What are you talking about? How can we have that thought? We can now confirm that their own turf is not their rival. It's better to just call and say yes, whether you have this thought or not. The king was going to help her. The king is an Isa. This Inus act of his just finished the king's words and did the real thing. In my heart I steal joy. The two sides quickly went to war. Good fight. I took the opportunity to get away, but right now, there's a voice in my head. It will be revealed if you leave the palace. Without God's protection, you will live forever. I glanced at the serpent. He's fighting the serpent. I'm laughing. Who are you waiting for me to be free? The sky is high, and the sea is wide, and I'm waving. They also sell lives. They don't stop attacking the serpent, just as we are now fleeing the scene. We almost never stop, running all night, until morning came next to a small stream. I dare to stop and rest. After you've become a human being, you drink some water. Looking down at the water, discover your beautiful figure. On the forehead, of course, there is a signature. I've been running all night, and I'm a little tired. I see a tree next to it. I went up to the tree to rest. I don't know how long it's been. I woke up with a shoulder. I'm looking for something to eat right now. I found that the river changed color. Seems to be the red color of blood that carries filial piety. We follow the river bank upriver. Not long after I saw a bird, giant in a pool of blood. He seems to be on the run. My voice just let out a watchful voice. Someone who sobs his body. That I can't get up. I don't immediately appear to be sitting there motionless, but there's more and more blood coming out. We can feel it too. The air on his body was becoming weak. Maybe I fought the Tsar last night. He failed miserably. Are you seriously hiding here? She is the star of the serpent. Suddenly, the sound of the raindrops. There's a tension in my heart. How do you know that The air on her body can be felt. I heard that, but still not willing to embody her assured. I was severely injured by my brother. I can't live much longer. You don't have to be afraid. His voice is extremely weak. Hear this word. I walked out slowly and saw him covered in blood. It's a shame to think about last night. He may not be entirely for helping us. But objectively speaking, it took time for us to escape. To prevent us from becoming tools of reproduction. My heart is thinking. I found his body shrinking. Very quickly turned into a meter or two. That's my boss. I've always liked to take the name of light. It is important to force others. I am an Isa of immorality. That's why I often confront him. He wanted her to give birth to a prince. I won't let him get what he wants. He's dancing again and again. I don't answer. His body is still shrinking. The spirit is also slowly disappearing. If I die later, can you help me with something? I am wary of asking again. What brings us back to where we were born for burial? Where birds sing fragrant flowers. There are countless roses in bloom. Please help me once. I can see your brother's behavior. But to some extent. I also seem to have helped her. She said yes. Let's say you repay me a little. It is considered a virtuous thing. His voice is getting weaker. The unspoken land where we live is. He doesn't care if I agree or not. Please tell me the address. We're still pretty wary of getting close. Wait about 10 minutes later. I see he's still not moving. I invite you to come check. Confirm that he is really dead. I stared at his body. Your true love is like helping me once. I will fulfill your will. So we pick up his body. Fast forward to where he said, snakes are extremely sensitive to smell. It's not hard to find where he was born. Of course, when we arrived, I found this place to be very productive, filled with spirit, and the roses that grow everywhere are beautiful. I put him on the ground, quickly observe the surrounding environment, and greedily breathe the air of this place. Every breath you take in, we all feel the energy in the body increases significantly. It also seems that there is room for improvement. This is an ideal place to practice. Even when we are overjoyed, suddenly a voice spoke. How do you like this place? This voice just boomed. I'm down. The next second I felt her sting. Turn your head and look back. I saw the serpent that was supposed to be lying dead on the ground, wrapped around my neck, and it bit me like lightning. A numb feeling that quickly moves to. I feel that my consciousness is fading. The Serpent King's voice echoed. It's time for you to repay me. In the vagueness, we also realize we've been trapped. Gradually, my body stood unsteady and fell to the ground. Consciousness begins to disintegrate. But I can feel it clearly. The king is slowly taking over my body. Heart. We can't let this bastard take over. The moment we're about to lose consciousness, we become serpents. Use some strength. Finally bite hard on the 7 inches of the serpent. In the blink of an eye, a drop of fresh blood salutes my mouth. The king immediately reacted. Risk my life to throw me out. The serpent let me out. I used all my strength to finally release it. Keep your eyes on me, feet. You dare to be cruel to me. You have been following me in the last situation. If we don't take action, only the country is oppressed by him. The angry king screeched for an hour. Want to counterattack, but the body won't control it, and fell down. This time he's really a dead man. But we'll go right after. Wait until we wake up. I found myself in front of a waterfall. This waterfall is at least 100 meters high. Mighty Vi atmosphere. She is away. A familiar voice slowly entered the ear. I turned my head and looked back. I saw the emperor sitting on a large rock. It's not far away. The wind blew his hair. The eyes are always shining. I don't understand. It makes people feel a little bit tender right now. Just thinking about his physical form. I can't hold the fear in my heart. You saved me. The tone is far away. I happened to pass by yesterday. I saw her faint on the ground. So let's bring her back. My attitude towards me also seems much colder. Maybe he's trying to catch her and release her. I want to let go of my guard against him. And then we'll finish the mating. Even though you saved me. But don't take this chance. Let me be your breeding tool. We show a determined attitude. The emperor glanced at me. The deep, warm voice echoes. No, the king is dead. I don't need to have children anymore. I am stupid. Why is the Dragon King dead? He was in no hurry to give birth. Maybe it's seeing the doubt in my heart. The emperor explained a sentence. Nefarious magic serpent. I'm worried there will be no suicide to succeed the president. At that time the tribe will be destroyed. Now, he's dead. We don't have to worry about this anymore. Remind me. I have to thank you for helping me solve it. This great threat. So that's not the case. Air passenger. But don't you still have to go through life? If you can't resist, it's not that there's no offspring to inherit. The words just came out. We are immediately aware. That doesn't seem like a good thing to say. I don't know. I thought I was cursing him. Listen to God's will. I'm no longer compelled. The emperor slowly closed his eyes. You can leave at any time. I hear you can leave. I'm naturally 3-legged and 4-legged running right now. The emperor will no longer force intercourse with me. But by his side, he still feels uneasy. A circuit that runs a few miles away. I breathed a sigh of relief, but very quickly we're in trouble. I am now a snake. It is impossible to return to the human world. Suddenly I feel like a homeless person. It's pathetic. I think for a moment. I decided to go there last night. Because there's a lot of spiritual energy that can help us practice the next half month. We're all good to stay there. Except sometimes we go out to feed. The days pass very freely. But what we didn't expect, it's because we seek spiritual practice. It leads to life sooner than expected. I just came home from lunch in the evening. The night sky is clear. Suddenly the clouds are black. Thunder and thunder. A lightning rod. I didn't notice it coming down in front of me. The rock in front of him was smashed in the blink of an eye. I panicked to find a place to hide. But the lightning kept chasing me and hitting me. There's basically nowhere to hide. Very quickly a lightning bolt hit me in the back. I immediately feel my whole body falling apart. Even the strength to run away is gone, but the lightning keeps falling. I'm done with this little bit of me. It's not enough to resist the power of lightning. Just as we desperately lie on the ground, wait for your eyes to see the second wave coming down. Suddenly there's a big hand pulling me up from the ground, then cover me in his bosom. I raise my head and look up, touching the eyes as deep as a Tsar's lagoon. Mahe, the second lightning struck him directly. I just saw you, he snapped, dragging me running deep inside, but the third lightning has followed. We instinctively want to push him away. This is my life. I don't want him to replace me, but his strength is so great that we can't push him away. In times of urgency we turn into serpents. But the Emperor also took the form of a snake. The two of you are bound together, hit by the third lightning at the same time. Follow the three ways of heaven. The thunder finally disappeared. It's just that the rain is getting bigger and bigger. The Emperor and I became men at the same time. You replaced me with the most powerful, so that the present face has no blood left. Why did you take the fall for me? I find it difficult to question him. The Emperor's voice was very weak. We just happened to be passing by, and that's why. Last time I believed he was just passing by, but this time I can't believe it. So stop talking. I will take you back to the palace. Intended to leave, but the body really can't stand it, according to the order of the king to stay in the palace. Elegant bar room. There's a bunch of fresh flowers on the table. Please rest assured to stay here. If you have anything, call me anytime. You are talking to me as a young lady. I blinked curiously at her. I asked if you are a snake too. I'm not a deer. The little girl replied. I was amazed to see her. Aren't you afraid of being swallowed by them? No. The Emperor has rules. Not to murder the innocent. The little girl laughed. This, on the contrary, is quite surprising. Let's talk to the lady for a while. In the end, I really can't help myself anymore. Let's go to bed and fall asleep. I don't know how long I slept. When we wake up again, the body is much more comfortable. No longer feels the pain of being pulled apart. Are you a little boy there? I called quietly for an hour. He quickly pushed the door in. What's wrong with the lady? How long have I slept? 10 days. I jumped out of bed and said, it can't be real. During that time, the Emperor visited her. He seriously nods to confirm how he is. Just thought about me. I owe the Emperor such a great favor. I feel a headache. They say debt is easy to pay. The new debt is hard to repay, and the Emperor is okay. He said if you wake up you want to leave. You can go at any time. I don't know why I'm suddenly a little moved. He helped me through life. They don't take the opportunity to force us to stay. In my head immediately a thought comes up. If there was an old man like him to protect me, we don't need the sky to shine. There's still room for solid talk. There's blood again. Where is he? I want to see him once. Say thank you directly to him. I took her to see him. The little guy seems to be having fun. He led me to the Emperor's room. The Emperor is in the room, smiling a word, and then back down. I was about to knock with my hand on the door. The Emperor's voice came from the room. Come in. We pushed the door in. There was an instant sweet smile on her face. Sa day. After seeing the Emperor's face, I found his face still pale. It doesn't seem to have fully recovered. The Emperor looked up at me. Pale, open mouth. You're okay, aren't you? Thank you for saving my life. To express my appreciation, I plan what I haven't said yet. The Tsar's eyes suddenly lit up, a little looking forward to seeing me. What do you want? I want you to be my boss. I'm laughing. I don't know if you will. Do you accept this girl? On the face of the desert, there was a glimpse of disappointment, and then laughed out loud. Later, she can be free, into the palace of the royal bar. Thank you, brother, if you need my help in the future. Just open your mouth, even if it's going up the mountain with a firearm. I swear to say sure. Of course, there is also a mix, before the wind-slashing component. Who dares to go to the mountain of fire? The Emperor laughed. Her heart has received it. If you have nothing to do, I asked permission to go out first. The Emperor nodded. I immediately ran out of the room. There's the protection of the Tsar. If we are in his territory, We can walk sideways, and the serpents have intentions for me. After I became the emperor's sister, they don't dare come near me anymore. It's boring to be in the palace. There was a time when I led a small boy out of the palace. Take her to where I was before. The lady outside is dangerous. Or go back quickly. I am not attracted to the beauty of this place. On the contrary, I am very worried. Don't worry, this place is safe. It's okay to be alone here before. I'm happy to run around in the blooms. Enjoy the peace of this place. Miss, don't you feel strange? The little guy suddenly asked me a question. I immediately stopped walking, surprised to look at her. Why is this place so beautiful? The snakes. It's a great place to practice. How could she be alone then? My son's words, on the contrary, reminded me, when we lived here, I've never met any other snake. Even other heterosexuals have never been seen before. You mean someone is protecting me? Sighing, he said, you seem to know nothing. Uncle, don't talk like that. Under my questioning, my son finally told me, the king is not sure that I am alone here. They come by almost every day. I chase all the snakes that come near me. That's why we weren't harassed by those snakes back then. About the day we went through life, he didn't happen to pass by. It's that he calculated the date of my life, always standing by my side, not expected. It's because she does so much. I've never seen the emperor for any female who cares that way. I remember him telling you, tell me these things. Why didn't the king tell me not to tell you? But I don't want to look. He suffered alone. You don't know yet. He replaced that lightning lady directly for hundreds of years of piety. Little Locke sighed. They don't seem to be worthy of the emperor. I'm a little confused. I really don't know about this. Hundreds of years of piety. That's the same as we owe him a life. Why is he so good to me? Tonight is life. Of course, the king had a chance to pass. But now, I want to repeat the complicated look at me. Hear this word. My first reaction was to go back and save the emperor. We used the fastest speed to get back to the palace. Did not expect that. At this time outside the palace there were many snakes. Surround those serpents. They're all staring at us with evil intent. What to look at? Look again. I will pluck out your eyes. Fucking babes. I can't wait for a long time. Tonight is the life of the Tsar. Tell him to save you. We lost hundreds of years of faith. I guess he won't get through this life. No longer the protection of the Tsar. Let's see who can protect you. Until then, the serpent will be ours. I get angry and show up directly. But I don't know why. There's a sudden surge in my body. It's different. Isn't it? Love at this important time. I want to suppress this feeling. But the body basically doesn't listen. The strong atmosphere surrounding the male snake talk. Every one of you has woken up. It looks like a ghost. I can't wait to get into our hearts. Actually, we're not bad at all. Instead of hanging around with a snake, let's have fun with the snakes. Isn't it better? The snakes are constantly teasing me. Roared a voice of anger. I opened my red mouth as if stealing a sip of blood, swallowed the snake that was standing first. In just a moment, the male snake burrowed into my stomach. I haven't eaten like this in a long time. The other male snakes react. They want to attack me. But very quickly the second male snake, it was also swallowed in the stomach. Since we've been through life, Power has increased tremendously. The body is also much bigger than before. Snakes are basically not our opponents. Just as a fire was about to swallow the snake, Tuesday, the Emperor appeared, 100 meters long body in front of me. He warned the male snakes. The king is still alive. It's not your turn to stop talking. He swept a tail through the male snakes, directly swept out, watching the masculine Tsar explode. I can't help but wrap him up, even though my body is inferior to his. But the feeling wrapped around him is extremely safe. The Emperor restored the figure, clear eyes staring at me. What's wrong with you? I think I've also restored the human form. The Emperor was a little embarrassed. Suddenly I want to do something now. This kind of moment, it's really not that we can control ourselves. I took her to the waterfall. The Emperor dragged me towards the waterfall. I thought he would satisfy my current needs. Results to the waterfall. He threw me directly into the icy cold water. Body tens of meters long. In this 100-meter deep water, completely lost the sense of pressure as on land. The cold quickly extinguishes the feeling of walking. For people. Wait until we come out of the water. Has returned to normal. It's okay. The Emperor reached out his hand to me. I raised my hand and let him pull me to the shore. Good opportunity as just now. Why don't you come with me? When he touches people, I can feel him reacting too. It makes me feel that, even if there's a striptease in front of him, can't arouse his desires, because I don't want you to regret it. This sentence is comparable to the perfect man. In fact, ignore his identity. I didn't say he looks real. It's not bad to have a partner like that. The Emperor calmly looked at me. In the voice carries a hint of anxiety. Tonight, if we can't get through life, please leave quickly. We're not going anywhere. He helped me through life. I have to help him at night. The Emperor suddenly disappeared. Maybe he doesn't want to involve me. I looked everywhere he could go. But I can't see his shadow anywhere. I have to call the lobster. The Tsar is definitely by the waterfall. He hurried me towards the waterfall. I looked there. The boy turned his head and looked at me. He's definitely set a boundary. Make her not see him. I followed the boy back to the waterfall. Of course I feel the breath of the Emperor, though very weak. Where are you, Lord? Come out, and you will not come out. I'll be angry. As we talked, the sky was thunder and moaning. We're becoming more and more anxious. In my lost voice, the sky swirls down. I was stunned. This battle is even more violent than ours in the past. But very quickly we found the land. Where the sky is falling is where you are. After we break the boundaries, of course, I saw the Emperor. He is throwing all his strength against the lightning. The body could no longer bear it. I came to help you. We're instantly primordial, tightly wrapped around his body. I want to help you share this pain. She went dozens of times. The lightning is not a joke. The Emperor looked anxiously at me with dozens of lightning. God wants to eat grilled meat or something. I don't see my attitude as resolute. The Emperor helplessly sighed. It's finally morphed, rolled up and covered me under my body. That moment my heart beats. I can't help but kiss him gently on the face. There was a flash of wonder in the Emperor's eyes. Even if it is a mountain of fire, I will be with you. The lightning is like anger. One by one, they're going down. Each blow has the power to destroy the earth. The Emperor still holds me under his arms. His 100-meter-long black snake body was struck by the sky for the unicorns peeling off. The black burn spread quickly. The air was steaming with the smell of burnt meat. I can feel your trembling. But he still lives and dies. So close. I look at your body. My heart hurts like a cut. We risk our lives to transport the spirit, accumulates from red fungus and physical serpents. Constantly moving to his body, into a warm current of light, trying to heal the meridian and the pain. When the fourth lightning comes down, the Emperor let out a wailing of pain, body trembling violently. I saw a few drops of golden blood oozing out of the corner of his mouth. It's the great spiritual symbol of the Tsar. It's because of protecting me. The more determined I am to be with you. Little spirit, she doesn't go, will be struck by the lightning that scattered soul. The Tsar's voice was filled with repressed anguish. But still only one concern for me. We bury our heads in the cold but steady fabric. He licked the wound gently with his tongue. We don't want to live together. We want to die together. This word is not instantaneous. It's my truest thought right now. You sacrificed so much for me. How can I leave you in danger? The fifth lightning strike was more violent. Carrying a dazzling white light, they seemed to want to split the earth. Why did you suddenly push me tighter down? And at the same time, he raised his head and spat out the golden net. It's spinning around on the top of his head, radiating a radiant glow. Form a solid layer of householes. The skies strom on the protective ring. Emits an explosion that shakes the heavens and the earth. Violent vibration protection ring. Appear interwoven cracks. The interior is also bleak with some air. The serpent's anger must have waned. I know you for holding this thunder. It's lost a lot of raw resources. Right now, I show the serpent's grace on my hot forehead. An unprecedented flow of power. From the seal that flows out through the meridians, move around the whole body. My body began to explode, from a few dozen meters to 100 meters. It's become more golden than ever. It turns out the divine aura, unexpected under the training of the lightning. With the awakening of the spirit seal, we've broken through to the rare, sacred realm of the Sir clan. The Emperor feels my change. In my eyes, a flash of shock. And then it turns to deep comfort. If you are determined to stay. So we fight together. My giant body and the Tsar are entwined. Yellow and black intertwined. It's a unique scene. We're transporting the holy force that we've just awakened. With the power of the Emperor, bore it into the wobbling inner. Protective ring immediately solidified back. The 6th, 7th, and 8th lines are down. Every collision turns our blood upside down. Phosphate flaking endlessly. Fresh blood dyed the ground red. But we decided not to let go. In my heart, there is only one belief that must be overcome. As soon as the 9th, it's also the most powerful lightning coming down. A sudden malicious voice echoed. I didn't expect a snake. You don't regret the original. It's extremely stupid. I look in the direction of the voice. It was on the top of a mountain not far away. There's a man in black standing there. Next to him are the evil ones. The leader is the one who was bitten 7 inches by me. The serpent lied to me. Wait a minute, he was clearly bitten to death by me. Why do you appear here? The Emperor also noticed that his eyes flashed with a cruel light. You are not dead yet. Last year you betrayed your father. Join the ghost race. I thought you were already dead. The serpent's black shirt was still laughing coldly. Your Majesty is still so naive. That year, if not for the help of God's people, the real me can't live. But now we're back. Not just to regain control of the serpents. I want to see you die in this life. He said he gave the order. The ghost serpents next to the same series of archetypes. Coming straight at us. There's a strong magic in them. Obviously, we want to take our lives. The final blow ended it all. The Emperor roared for an hour. The filthy little ones. Let's stop them. She focuses on life. No, I can't let you face it alone. I was about to open my mouth. The king had a part of his body loosened. Double snake strong fan 1 stroke, flying the serpents out of the way. The golden blood erupts again. The 9th lightning rod finally came down. This lightning, the power is stronger than all the previous ones, and they also bring black magic. It's clear that the ghost was led by the serpent. He laughed arrogantly. Your brother will die. This ghost doesn't just destroy the earth. It's eating away at you. Let's see where you hide this time. The Emperor's face stopped, but his eyes are still fixed. Little spirit clings to me. Let's go out and wrap his body tight. Transfer all the power to him. The Emperor roared with his head up, gold knitting in a burst of bright light. Blended with my holy power. Form a bright, yellow-white interwoven column. Straight into the ghost that's coming down. The violent impact creates a massive shock wave. The surrounding mountains fall apart. Trees turn to ash. Min and the serpent were tossed away by the shock wave. Fell hard to the ground. I feel the bones of my whole body crumbling. Disordered spirit spits out a sip of fresh blood. The state of the serpent is worse. His body was filled with deep wounds and bones. Phosphate shale peeling large plate. Your breath is so weak that it's almost gone. The serenity leads the ghosts slowly forward, looking down at us from above. I can't believe you can stand the ghost. But now you're the most powerful crossbow. Let's see how we collect you. There's also this snake that doesn't know how to live and die. Wait for me to kill you and bring you back. Perfect, enjoy. Reach out your hand. A jet of black magic shot towards the Tsar. My heart is as hot as a burning fire. He threw himself in front of the Emperor. The magic hit me hard in the chest. We feel a blast of bone-piercing gas coming in. The meridian is immediately corroded. Spitting out a sip of black blood, the consciousness began to blur. The little serpent cried out with a tearing sound. He wants to stand up, but the unremitting force of the mind is so willing to laugh. It's useless. It's the magic adjuvant of the Dragon Master. You must definitely die. Royal Two Brother, watch your little lover slowly die. Just when I thought I was dead. Serpent seal on forehead suddenly burst out to 1,000 sticks of light, a mighty stream of pure divine intelligence. From the seal that flows out, in the blink of an eye dispels the magic admixture. The pulse is rapidly restored, even more resilient before multiples. My body has changed again. On the golden fabric, there's a complicated pattern. At the top of the head grew a pair of small dragon horns. In the name of life and death, we break through. Transformed into the form of the spirit, I can't wait to see my change. The smile on her face immediately froze, eyes filled with unbelievable looks. How is this possible? How can it evolve into a shrew? It's impossible to get up slowly. His golden body glowed with majesty. The magic bullet doesn't work for me anymore. On the contrary, it is holy, the force on people purifies. That traitor, today is your last day. I roared, a soaking dragon echoing earth and sky. The ghosts around trembling with fear. The crowd retreated behind the sun. Jade blew me to sardines, strong in weak screams. It's just evolution. What's so interesting? The devil won't let me kill them. But those serpents have been suppressed by my dragon. You basically dare not move forward. I feel that way about blood. Turned himself into a giant black serpent ghost. Coming straight at me, his body is covered in magic, exhaling a fishy, nauseous breath. I have no fear. Twirling body and spirit fluttering war. Gold durating with divine power. Aggressive to the sun. Shame wants to avoid. But they're bound by the scriptures on people. Can't move. He's stuck in his 7 holes. He made a miserable cry. Black blood spurts out torrential. I didn't give him any chance. Dragon mouth extended, spitting out a stream of gold. He has the power to purify all evil. In the blink of an eye covering her body. He was suffering in pain. The body is constantly corroded. It didn't take long to make a horrible rustling sound. My body turned into a pool of black blood. Completely disappeared. Not even a trace is left. Soul, I immediately returned to the king. His breath was getting weaker. Without timely treatment, you will not survive. I pressed the serpent seal on his forehead to his wound, continuously turning to the divine. At the same time, I remember where the serpent. He is also the brother of Satan. He took me to a place filled with red flowers. The spirit there is extremely intense. Maybe we can save the emperor. I carefully curled up the Tsar's body into a human figure, carrying him flying in that direction. The dog also follows next door, a worried face. Very soon we're back where the birds sing incense. Land full of red flowers. The spirit here, of course, is more intense. I gently put my feet on the ground. Let him absorb the spirit of this place. At the same time, we're transporting the divine. Coordinate with the healing spirit for him. He is next to the French for us. Occasionally picking some rare herbs. Give it to me for healing. Time goes by every day. The emperor's breath stabilized. The wound also slowly closed its mouth. The grass begins to grow back. 7 days later, the emperor finally opened his eyes. His eyes were deeper than before. It's also softer. My spirit is alive. Why am I crying? Try to nod. You must be alive. We're all alive. The emperor turned into a man. The face is still a little pale, but the spirit is much better. He gently wiped my tears with his hand. Aren't we doing fine without her? This time we will definitely not survive. He said. He hugged me tight. This embrace is warm and strong. It gives us an unprecedented sense of security. I lean on your chest. Feel his heartbeat. In a heart full of happiness. The emperor told me, in the past, because of the title, he betrayed the serpent, joined forces for the demon race to cultivate the magic arts. That year the emperor wanted to liquidate his. I've been tracking him for a long time. I thought he was dead. I can't believe he's still alive. It's also tempting. I want to take the opportunity to take control. Fortunately, he can turn into a dangerous man through life and rebellion this time. The Tsar not only did not reduce, on the contrary, by absorbing phantom power, and my divine power has broken through to the realm of the dragon gods. The dragon's day is only one step away. The days and months that follow, the serpent and I stay together in the red flower. This land practices. The spirit here is strong, plus my divine power, and the barge of his intelligence. They both advanced at a rapid rate. The little ones are also in this place. Find the right practice. It's getting more and more intense. During that time, some faithful elders. They also found us. They know that Satan has been destroyed. The emperor's successful life was extremely happy. Many people asked to follow the emperor. Reconstruction of the Sira tribe. 3 months later, the emperor's cultivation was completely consolidated. Let's go back to the palace. The grim remnants of the serpents that followed the serpents. When the serpent returned, they were afraid to flee. The serpent ordered the purge of traitors. To rectify the order of the Sira, we are at the side of those. Use your spirit power. Purify the remaining magic in the clan. To help the serpent restore the previous life muscle. The black people are very grateful to me. He called me the Holy Spirit. After stabilizing the race, has organized a grand ceremony. I officially declare to the world that I am the queen. Tribes in the world know the news of a successful life. Another breakthrough in the world. For a long time, your queen is a rare spirit. Everyone is busy celebrating. To raise the precious rate. To strengthen the soul of the eternal people. The wolf tribe brings the sharpest neighboring dragon. The 100 years of ginseng. Even the ethnic groups that are at odds with the serpents. They must also be fake. I want to ally with the serpents. The days after the happy sweet wedding. The emperor worships me so much. It meets almost all our requirements. He took me to the most beautiful place, where there's 5 vibrant corals. Clear spring water. There are also birds that can sing. He picked for me the sweetest. Let us listen to the ancient music of the people. In our free time we become human. Lean together under the peaches. Tell each other old stories. Dreaming of the future together. My daughter has also become my close friend. We are like brothers and sisters. We say everything. Half a year later I found out I was pregnant. You know this news. Overjoyed. And almost every day, I walk. To nourish myself. Teach me the method of pregnancy. The elders of the serpents also took it seriously. Every day, to offer up a rare pregnancy. The whole Sira tribe. I was so excited to welcome the owner. My stomach is getting bigger. The spirit on the person is also growing stronger. Baby in the belly. Seem to inherit all of our advantages, and you've got the power of the spirit. It can be the yoke of the dragon. But when we're 8 months pregnant. The incident happened again to the ghost of the Sira clan in the old days. I know the news is dead. The great serpent power is about to have a successor. Very angry in my heart. He sent a large number of demons. I want to attack when I am born. To steal my baby. They think that my child's blood is fluttering and fluttering. If you can catch it, strong blood chemistry training will help. The magic power soar, even claim to promote the world. That night, dark clouds covered the sky. Not a single moon passed through. Countless ghosts under the guidance of the ghost serpent king, quietly sneaking away from the palace. There's a strong magic in them. Trying to sneak up, but they didn't expect it. The emperor soon whether the ghost serpent will not ignore. So we've arranged the boundary layer. The ghosts that just came in have been spotted. The alarm sounds immediately. The emperor immediately became a dragon. Lead each serpent to battle. We are protected by the priests and the women. Avoid the safest room in the palace. Outside the bile, the battle was extremely intense. The power of the Dragon King is very strong. Has reached the realm of serpent ghosts. He's turned into a giant black ghost. The body is filled with evil spirits. Where does the black magic go and the grass withers away? The emperor killed with him. Shoulders between the barge and the ghost. The emperor created a huge aftershock. Make the whole palace shake. We are in the safe. But full of anxiety for the safety of the Tsar, baby in the belly. They also seem to sense the danger outside, relentlessly stomping on my stomach. At this moment the secret door was suddenly broken. A huge ghost came in. Its goal is obviously us. He saw that, and immediately retired. Orned battle stand attack of Masa. He shouted at the queen to leave. I'll stop it. And the women next to her also took the form. Into Masa, but their strength is so disparate. Very quickly was bitten by the ghost serpent injured collapse. The dog is also gradually exhausted. By the ghost tail of the flying maggots. Learning fresh blood. I know I can't hide anymore. I slowly get up and take my form. Even if you're pregnant, power has declined, but I will never let anyone hurt my son. I roared furiously towards the ghost. The spirit's majesty stopped it. I took the opportunity to counterattack. He sprayed gold on it 3 times. But it's bound by the spirit we've arranged. Immediately hit his body. It screams bitterly. The body is partially purified, but it is not yet dead. On the contrary, more and more crazy. You come to Ming and I'm a cowboy. Because our stomach is pregnant. Our movements are slow. Accidentally struck by the tail of the ghost bar, transmitted to severe pain. My heart tightened. Worry that something will happen to you in times of danger. The king came in and saw me being attacked by a ghost. In his eyes, flared with fury. If you want to die, you dare to come. Today, I will destroy your entire army. His dragon's body suddenly exploded. 1 tuber bit off 7 inches of soap. The horse immediately lost its power. The rafters whipped its tail and smashed it against the wall. The ghost turned into a pool of thin blood. Solve the monster. The emperor rushed right to me, anxiously asking the little spirit, "Sir, are you okay with her?" I shook my head, trying to suppress the pain in my stomach. "I'm fine." "How's the outside?" The emperor sighed, and the demon king was cunning. When I didn't pay attention to the injury, the elder has now led a part of the ghost away. But I sent a pursuer. "Don't let them escape," he said. He gently rubbed my stomach, eyes full of pity, because I didn't protect her well. At this moment, I suddenly feel a terrible pain in my stomach. "You seem to want to be born early. You see that. Hurry up, queen. You lie down, and I give birth to you." The emperor also became very nervous. Hold my hand tightly, and I will never stop reassuring the old spirit. "Don't be afraid to be here." Very quickly after that, in the loudness of the infant's bile, the boy with his face congratulated the emperor. "Congratulations, the queen is a pair of phoenixes. Boy inherits father's vasodilation. Little girl inherits her mother's flaccid veins. They're all born fake powers." The king looked at the 2 children. His eyes filled with joy and joy. "Be careful to pick up the boy." The baby closed his eyes, his small pink face covered in a smooth black dress. In the middle of my forehead, there's a tiny log, and I carry the little girl. She looks so cute. The white skin around him glowed yellow, a hail needle. There's a shimmering mark in the middle of the forehead. Both children are very healthy, gold filled with life. Even when we are in happiness. The news of the victory. The generals chased the ghost serpent king. We caught him alive. And back to the palace, where the emperor ordered to escort the demon king to the square, to intimidate the world, to thoroughly clean up the remnants of the ghost. Except for later. The next day the square was packed. The leaders of the tribes came to see. The ghost serpent was escorted to the top of the scaffold. He still wouldn't bow. The evil eye looks at me, and the serpent. The serpent laughed coldly. "Masira tribe, you do many evil things that destroy living beings. The end of the day is up to you." When he finished, he did not signal to dig. The devil's head fell to the ground. Blood black, dyed red scaffold. The leaders of the tribes saw this. Everyone is in awe. A large number of people expressed their will to worship the serpent. The Continental Order. Get rid of the ghost. Sira clan held a grand celebration. Welcome to the Lord and the Princess. All the peoples of the world send their feasts. The whole family was in the air of joy. The serpent, and had named our son Naked. It means the star of the serpent. The future leader names his daughter the knife wielder. That's the magic bullet in my hand. Naked and Cam delivered, from a young age, has revealed extraordinary heaven. Naked inherited his father's strength and depression. The young man possessed incredible power. I have inherited my divinity and grace. Purify all evil. Time has passed. Clothed Bear and Cam delivered gradually grow. The emperor began to teach the Naked way of governing the serpents. How to protect the world. They teach you how to use your power. Help the weak. The little boy is always by our side. Become the master of knife, teaching her all kinds of rituals and magic, far away from the people under my rule and far away from this, more and more prosperous and flourishing, to live in peace with the peoples of the world. There is no more war. Under the sea of dead fish. The mystery of the spiritual herbs growing all over the world, a piece of firewall. My husband and I sometimes wear clothes, take the knife to the place filled, the red flowers of old. The place still sings incense, so full of spirit. We're sitting in the middle of the blooms. Look at the kids playing. The emperor gave me the old song. I lay my head on his shoulder, listening to the sound of this. Smell the flowers in my heart filled with happiness. I remember eating the wrong red meat at first. Were pursued by countless snakes who were plotted through so many dangerous hardships. But luckily we met the Tsar. He covers the rain and the wind for me, because I paid for it all. We have also grown through every crisis, finally reaping the fullness of happiness. Now you can move naked on one side, become a missing owner, respected by the people. The bridge also became a mess. Princess of the world. Regularly helped the clans solve difficulties. I and the serpent went back. Sometimes point out the children a little. The rest of the time, we've become transcontinental humanoids. Look at the beautiful scenery everywhere. Enjoy the taste of the world. To live life in the wild. The dangerous tribulations of old. It's all turned to smoke, sometimes in the heart. There is only appreciation and be grateful on a beautiful sunny afternoon. The emperor and I sat under the peaches. Look at the ceiling, and the camera is playing in the distance. The emperor took my hand and said softly, "Thank you for giving me such a happy life." I smiled at him. I have to thank you. Meeting you is the best luck of my life. The wind blowing through the peach petals is falling, hing over us, hing over the children. It's so warm and beautiful. I know this happiness will last forever. And the emperor with you. I will forever protect this beautiful peace in the world. There will be no more conflict, no more suffering. There is only peace and harmony, and our story will become a legend. Forever in the world. Forever celebrate the eternal anecdote.